New to driving? Just bought a new car? Me too, and one of the first things I noticed was how different the controls were from my old car. So we're making a quick YouTube video to show you guys the importance of familiarizing yourself with any new car you get into so you can avoid getting into a tricky situation. For the purpose of this video, we'll be comparing the 2020 Corsa-e and the 2023 Ford Puma. Let's take a look inside.
Okay, let's start with the steering wheel. On the left-hand side, both cars have cruise control and a speed limiter. But where they differ is the Corsa-e has a steering wheel heater and the Puma has volume control. Moving on to the right hand side, both cars have voice control and phone functions. But instead of the source menu and volume control that the Corsa-e has, the Puma has the menu and display controller. On the left hand stalk, both cars have the main beam and indicator. Here the Corsa-e has a dial you can twist that changes what the display looks like, and the Puma has lane assist. The right hand stalk is an easy one, both control the wiper settings front and back. Moving further down behind the steering wheel and to the right, both cars have fog lights, dipped headlights, parking lights, automatic settings and the display brightness controller. Although all the buttons here are the same, they differ slightly in shape and location, with the fog lights being on the right in the Corsa-e and then being on the left in the Puma, for example. Next, let's take a look at the driver's side door. Both cars have the side window controls as well as the wing mirror adjuster. In the Corsa-e, it's a button you push to the corresponding side and arrows to move the mirror. Whereas in the Puma, you twist the dial to either side and push like a joystick. In the Corsa, we also have a window child lock at the bottom, whereas in the Puma, this button is just below the dial. The Puma also has the lock and unlock buttons here, whereas the Corsa-e doesn't. Moving on to the central panel, in the Puma we have the power button and volume dial for the radio, as well as other audio settings. The hazard warning light is also right in the centre, and just below that is the dial to adjust the direction of the fans. For the Corsa-e, we can see the lock, audio, navigation, phone, power and some other setting buttons, as well as the hazard warning light on the right. Now further down, just in front of the gear stick in both cars, we have the fan dials, both windscreen demister buttons, air recirculation and the AC. The Corsa-e has a simpler display with fewer buttons, and as we can see in the Puma, there are buttons here to dictate where to push the airflow. To access this in the Corsa-e, the menu button on the left must be pressed and the option pops up on the touchscreen display. Down here we can see the Puma has winter mode, traction control and auto start stop. In the Corsa-e we have lane assist, interior alarm and the parking sensors. Up at the top here, both cars have an SOS button and buttons for the interior lights.
So as you can see, although there's similar controls in all cars, they can vary on where each button or control is. So that's why it's really important to get to know any new car you drive so you know exactly how to deal with situations whilst on the move. We hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this and make sure to follow us on TikTok for daily videos too. See you in the next one.